Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
Today we are going to start programming. So first launch Visual Studio 2013. On the computer I'm using is here, all programs, and then programming, and then select this one. On your computer, especially for those distance students, it may be different. It depends on where you install your software. Okay, let's launch that. Let's do, once it's launched, I think the interface shown on the screen here is a little bit different from what I have in my office. But let's start a new project. The one we should first go to Visual C++. Select the first one, the Win32 console application. Click OK. Welcome. Then next. Okay, if you click finish, you will accept the current settings. Let's just do that. Okay, that is what is shown. I'm sure this is too dark. You cannot see, right? Is this better?
Yes. Yeah.
Or do you like the white background and black?
Either one's fine.
Oh, okay. Let's just do this one then. Okay. Now, for now, let's not worry about what those include standard AFX.h mean. It means to include a header file, okay? And then this is the int tmain, that's the programming part. I think I'm going to restart it using a white background. It should be a little bit better. Oh. Now you accept my settings. How can I change that? View. It must be. Any of you know how to change the background? Option or customize. Let's go to tools, options. Oh, color theme, dark, blue, blue or light? Okay, let's use light. Good. New project. Okay, Visual C++. Win32. Excuse me. Console application, and then OK. Finish. That's a little bit better, right? On screen. Okay, good. All right. Right now, this program is doing nothing. It just returns a 0 to that function tmain. Let's program our first simple program. Print a line of text. I think the first thing you need to do is to include the standard input and output header file, standard iostream.h. So type the pound sign, and then include angle bracket. It's called IO stream, which is here. .h. That will allow us to use the output to print it to the screen. Okay.
I don't think you need the .h.
Oh, you don't need the .h?
I don't think so. Not for IO stream.
Okay, let's try that. Just IO stream. And just see out. Let's say welcome to C++. Oh, the software will close the parentheses automatically for you, which is good. And then every statement in C++ should end with a semicolon. Okay. And usually I would like to add a blank line between the action part and the return part. Okay. Okay, if we do that, now this is a complete program. It will try to output excuse me, a string to the standard output device, which is the screen for this case. Okay. Then next we need to run it, right? Depending on the software, there are different ways to run it, and you need to first compile it and then run it. For this one, let's try to build. Okay, it complains about cout. Why is it? Let's add the .h and see what happens. Okay. I would like to save the project. Save all. So in case the computer crashes or something happens, I still have it. Okay. Now let's build it again. iostream.h, not such file or directory. What's going on? Sorry? Okay, let me check. My instruction in that K-State Online, okay? I sent that out last time. Handout. Okay. That's the handout I gave last time. We need this one. Use namespace std, okay? All right, go here. Okay, this time let's now build it again. It still complains.
If you take the .h off the IOStream, it works.
Take the .h out.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Works. And then start debugging. I don't know how to pause the screen. Do you have some?
Oh,
It shows the output.
To set the symbols.
What symbol?
You can see it. You cannot open the PD through the tools and
Tools.
tools and option.
Option.
Yeah, debugging.
Option. Environment. Debugging.
Yeah, and the symbols.
Symbols.
Yeah, check the macro symbol service.
This one.
Yeah, okay.
What does that mean? The performance of remote symbol stores can vary due to latency. Okay, once you check that,
Okay.
that's interesting. Okay, let's do that again. Let me save it first.
Yes.
And then yes. But then it. Okay, let's do it. Oh, let's set a breaking point
Yeah.
somewhere. Okay, if you click here, it is a breaking point. Let's see what happened. Very good. Now the execution of the program will stop at the breaking point. Now we can see what's happening here. And then if we hit return, I assume. No, we need to go back to here and then step over that, which will be the next step. F5. So press F5, move to the next execution, and then it's done. No, it's not. Step over F10 or F11. Let's see here. Debug. Okay.
Just continue.
F10. Yeah. F10. Oh, it gets complicated. Yeah, it then goes on to the other execution of the hidden part of the program. This has something to do with the Microsoft environment, I believe, the Windows environment. So we don't need to worry about that. Now we can stop debugging, Shift F5. Okay. All right. Now if we go back to here, close this. If we add a backward slash with an N, it means it will move the cursor to a new line. Okay? Because the first time we execute that, on the screen, it shows the string welcome to C++ and then exclamation mark, and then the cursor is right behind that. Sometimes we want, after we finish outputting one sentence, right, we want to move to the next line. Then these for backward slash N means the next line. Okay. Return 0 means after the execution of this function with the name of _t main will carry the value of 0. Okay, you can change that to 1 or to whatever integer that you like. So this is a very simple example. Now let's do another one that will take add two numbers and print out the result. Here is the program, so let me just copy that and paste here. Okay, this time what I will do is to define three integers, A, B, and C. Each of these are separate by comma at the end, again the semicolon that indicates the end of a statement. Okay, and the next statement is A. It seems like A equal 1, but when you read it, don't read it as equal. You should read it as A is assigned the value of 1. Because in programming, there's nothing called equal. The computer really does not understand that concept unless it is comparing two values. But then when you're comparing two values, that is just a logical expression. Okay? A single equal sign means whatever is written on the right-hand side of the equal sign is put in the memory storage of that variable that is on the left side. So it is really an assignment statement. So this A equals 1 is really A is assigned the value of 1. It is crucial to understand the concept of assignment because it is perfectly okay. For example, here, after I write A is assigned the value of 1, then immediately I can say A is assigned the value of 3 again. Nothing is wrong. But mathematics is just, if you understand the equal sign as equal, it's impossible. How can A be equal to 1 and the next line say A is also equal to 3? That's just impossible, right? In algebra. But in programming, it's perfectly okay because the equal sign does not mean equal. So once you write the second statement here, the memory place for A, the value is replaced by 3. So 1 is just overwritten, okay? So let me just delete that. All right, next statement, it says B is assigned the value of 3, okay? And then the next statement says, okay, C is assigned the value of an expression. What is that expression? The expression is A plus B. So what the computer will do is go to the memory location of A, take out the value, which is 1, and then take out the value of B, which is 3, and add the two together. Now you will have 4, right? And then, with the value of 4, put it in the place of the memory location of the variable C. So that's what this statement means. Okay, next line, C out again is using the standard output location, output device, and print out hello. Okay, actually let's also output the value of A and B. So A equal C out times A, and then let me copy that. Okay, this is B equal to and B. Then after that, I would like to, okay, when I write A equals to some value and then B, I like to start a new line. So I add a new line here, and this one, again, a new line here. Okay, let's look at the program. This will print out the string hello. This will print out the label A equal, and then print out the value of A. And then at the next line, print out the label B equals something, which is the value here. Then next line, print out the expression A plus B equals to that. And then, of course, its value is C. So we print out the value of C. And then here, end line is the same thing as underscore, it's the same thing as backward slash and in a pair of parentheses, okay, in a pair of quotation marks. All right, let's try to run that. Start. Oh, by the way, I also put a breakpoint here before the return statement, so we can see the screen. Yes. Okay, it's run. All right. Now on the screen, as you can see, it output exactly as what we expected. Okay. Now compare this output with your program here. Okay. This hello output is here, and this A equals is here. And if you want to modify that, you can put a space here to make it look better. So a space here and a space here. Okay, then now let's stop debugging. Control Shift F5. Shift F5. So stopped it. And then run it again. F5. Yes. Okay, you can see after the equal sign, there is extra space, which looks a little bit nicer. Okay. All right. Up to this point, any questions? Okay. All right, let me give you an exercise. John, it's okay. Drive safely, okay? If I give you two values, A initially is assigned the value of 10, B is assigned the value of 20. I want you to swap these two values. At the end, A is equal to 20, B is equal to 10. How would you do it? Write a few lines of code so that initially A has the value of 10, B has the value of 20. But after your program, after the program is run, after the few lines of program, the value of A and B are swapped. How do you do it? Okay, do it now. Okay, you also need to, after you assign the value of 10 to A and then 20 to B, print out those values on screen so you can see it. Then swap them, okay? Okay, so you guys program your own. I'm also programming it on my program. Swap, I add the label here, // So whatever follows that will be just comment. Any comment will be disregarded by the program. So they serve the purpose of labeling something, explaining something, but they will not in any way affect the program execution, okay? All right, I assign the values of 10 to A and 20 to B now, and then I need to output that to see it. So I output it here. This will output the value of A and B, and then what I need is a temporary variable, which is C. Okay, this statement, I assign the value to C, and then this statement, I assign the value of B to A, and then okay, let me put a comment here. So I store the value of A in a temporary variable C. Now I can assign the value of B to A and then assign the value of C to B. Now let me output that. Okay, I finished my program. I will run it and see if it works, okay? Yes. Okay, it works, but I need to modify it. Shift F5. Go to here, Shift F5 to stop it. Before that, I need to add a new line symbol, so /n, that will look better. Save it, run it by pressing F5 and then yes. Yeah, that's the output screen. As you can see, initially A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. After swapping, A has the value of 20, B has the value of 10. So are you done? You got the correct result? What about in?
Should
Okay.
run if I can get it to actually work.
Okay. Okay. Well, the important thing I like to mention here is these 3 lines. Okay? Whenever you need to swap 2 values, you need a third variable as a placeholder. So you put the first value in the placeholder and then assign the value of the second variable to the first variable. After that, both first and second variable has the same value. Then you assign the value in the placeholder, which is temporary, to the second variable. Then at the end, you achieved the swapping of 2 values. Well, even though this task is very simple, it's is frequently used in programming. A lot of students do not know how to do it before they have any, programming experience. Okay, and again, if you look at these 3 statements, they make no sense in terms of if you understand the equal sign as equal, because you will say, okay, C is equal to A is equal to B is equal to C. It makes no sense. So at the end, all of 3 variables should be equal, right? If we understand as the normal mathematical statement, but it is not. In terms of program, it has different meanings. Okay. Next exercise. If I gave you 3 values and assign them into 3 variables and find the maximum and print that out. How to do that? Okay. And again, because I need to use the video for distance students, so I will do my program on screen and you are supposed to do it on your screen, okay? For that, I write the exercise here, so you can. This will be exercise 2. Find the maximum of 3 values. One is 10, 20, and then 30. Okay? Oh, I use A to hold 10, B to hold 20, and then C to hold 30. This is the exercise. Okay? Okay, what I need to do is, first I need 3 variables, A, B, C, to hold those 3 values. Then I need a 4th variable, let me call it max. Okay? That max will be used to hold the maximum value. So how do I do it? First, let me finish the assignment statement here so that A, B, C have the designed value 10, 20, and 30. And now here I output those so I can print this out. The third output will be C equals, and then put C here. Okay? Okay, let me put a breakpoint here. I have not stopped the program yet, so I just can press Shift F5 so the program is stopped. Now put a breakpoint here. I want to check these are okay, so I run it, press F5, and then yes. Okay, indeed, A has the value of 10, B has the value of 20, C has the value of 30. Okay, go back to the program, can shift F5 to stop the execution. Okay, now find the maximum. Here, I should label that as initial values. Okay, how to find the maximum? I will first assume the first one is maximum, so I will do that. I will assign A to max. And then I said if B is larger than max, max is equal to B. Let me check that. Okay, so far no complaint, so that should be okay. Stop it by Shift F5. Okay, in order to help you understand how the program works, every step of the way, I'm going to output the variables value. So after this block, I output the value of A and the value of max. I need to be careful here. Max may be a special variable, so let me say my max. Okay. So it will not conflict with any predefined keyword in C++. My max. Oh, I'm sorry. This is really A. This is A. This is my max. My max. Okay, up to this point, I like to run and check the program to see if it's okay. Okay, indeed. No, hang on. Something's wrong here. Let me stop it. Oh, here. Oh, I'm sorry. That is okay. Well, let me print this out here. Okay, this block, I will first assume A is max. So I assign the value of A to my max here. Then I like to print out the value to check it. So I print out A, I print out my max. And next, I need to compare my current max with the value of B. Let me use different way. I put my max here. If it's smaller than the value of B, obviously, if that is true, okay, here is what is called a conditional statement. The condition is that if my max value is less than the value of B, then that expression is true. If it's true, what follows the if statement will be executed. Therefore, if this is true, then the value of B will be assigned to the variable my max. That's what it means. Okay, at that point, I want to print out B the value of B, and also print out the value of my max. Let me delete those. Okay, we have checked the first value and the second value, but there's a possibility that the third value is larger than any of the previous values, so we need to check the third. So at that point, if my max is smaller than the third variable C, then we need to take the third variable as the my max. So let's do that. Here is C. All right. Let's check the program. This is the 3 blocks. The first block here assume A is max, so we put the value into my max variable, okay? The second block says if my max is less than the variable B, we need to use B as my max. So that's what the second block is doing, by assigning the value of B to my max. All these cout statements are just for checking the values, okay? Now, the third block will check whether my max up to that point is truly the max. So we will compare that with the remaining value, which is C. If it's smaller than C, we need to assign the value of C to it, okay? All right, let's put a break by left-click it here. Save it, press F5, and click yes. Okay, all is good except that the lines, I need to add a new line to those. Okay, let me stop. Shift F5. Here, I need to add a new line. Here, a new line. Here, new line. Save. It is a good habit that whenever you modify it and before you run, just save your program. Okay, press F5 and then yes. Let's see. Okay. First, we print down the value of ABC. They are 10, 20, 30. And then print out the value of A, which is 10. At that point, value of 10 is assigned to my max. And then we check the second value, which is B. Okay, let me compare that with the program. With my max. B, my max is actually, at that point, my max is 10, which is smaller than 20. So we assign the value of B to my max, so my max becomes 20. And the third block, we'll check the value, we'll compare the value of C with my max. Turns out my max is smaller than C. Therefore, we need to assign the value of C to my max. That's what we did here. And then we obtain the value of C in my max. And I think that's it, that we achieve what we want. Find the maximum of a bunch of values. Okay, to summarize, the logic is that if you need to find the maximum of a bunch of values, you need to use a placeholder, I call it my max, that is equal to the first value. And then always compare the current value of my max with the next value in the bunch. If the next value is larger than it, override the current my max value and keep doing that. If you compare to the last one, at the end you will find the maximum. Okay? All right, again, this is pretty easy to understand. But if you have never programmed before, it may not be so obvious, okay? All right. to summarize, we have actually done 4 programs today. One is to print down welcome to C++, a string to the screen. That's the first exercise. The second one, we assign the value of 10 and 20 to A and B, and then add the 2 values and put it in C and print out all those values. That's the second exercise. The third one is actually swap 2 values. The fourth one is to find the maximum value of a bunch of numbers, like 3. We can keep doing that. If it's 10 values, we can just extend that to 10 blocks. We will find the maximum. And now you can see if the values are lot, here just 3, okay, we can finish finding the maximum by doing 3 comparison. If it's 100, keep writing that will be a little bit tedious and too lengthy. Is there a better way to do that? Yes, by using array. Okay, so next time we'll introduce the concept of array to do those basic programs. Let me comment that even though these tasks, swapping values, finding maximum, and perform manipulations through a bunch of numbers, they are the very basic building blocks of any programming. Okay, we are going to use that a lot in our FEM program. Okay, I think I would like to stop here. For those who have not installed the software, you need to do that as soon as possible, because from now on, almost every class we need to use that. Okay. Also, I provided 2 C++ teaching websites, and the link is in the handout and in one of the announcements there. So check that, browse that, and do some exercise to familiarize yourself with C++ programming. Okay. Next lecture, we will continue to do more basic C programming before we, start to program FEM. Okay, that's it for today.